5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome into another week of the Weekly Peel. We are back here with the three of us. We're a party of three now.
The tri-peel.
The tri-peel. My name is Peter.
I'm John.
And I'm Chev.
Chevrade, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are
Wow.
you?
I'm doing very good. Peter, how about you?
I'm great. This is our only second time recording together in person.
True.
All three of us.
Yeah, all three of us. This is our third episode in person, you and me.
Yes.
This is actually our third episode in person. The
That's
fourth,
right.
because we did
yeah.
two when the Peel tried to start a year early, and it was
Not
it was a non-starter.
It was a bit of a false start.
It was a false
But we
start.
picked it up, and now Chevrolet is back on board. It just all comes full circle.
Yes.
Mhm.
You know,
So-
guys, I want to point something out. You know, every week I ask you guys how you're doing. No one cares about me. No, I'm just kidding.
How are you, Maz?
Terrible.
Yeah, I
No, I'm
thought
doing
so. That's
great.
why I don't
I'm doing
ask.
That's
great.
good. That's good.
Well, we love our listeners here on the
Yes.
Weekly
Thank you
Peel.
for listening.
We are big fans of you as much as you are of us.
Keep the money
but
running.
But we wanted to point out a reviewer that left us a very kind review lately. We love highlighting our reviewers and
Yes.
the ratings that they leave us. We got 5 stars.
5 stars, baby.
It says, amazing. Whoever does these podcasts is a genius.
Well, it's John,
As
Peter,
if it's
and
one
Chev.
person.
That's right.
This show changed my life and is hilarious. Would 10 out of 10 recommend this to my
Dude.
friends?
First of all, thank you.
Thank you.
Second of all, I love how this podcast changed their life, but then they didn't know who we were. They're like, whoever
Whoever-
these people
Yeah.
are.
Whoever the heck they are, they changed my life.
It's amazing.
And we had another one.
profound.
I don't know if we
It's profound.
I don't know if we mentioned this one, but at the beginning of January, we got a review from our friend Josh Smith.
Well, we don't know if it's really him. No, we know.
That's true. It's just, that could
Could be
it's a
fake.
common name. So
It is.
The deep fake.
just saying,
It's a deep fake.
once again, this podcast changed my life.
We're really in the business of changing lives.
Apparently,
That's right.
Yeah.
we're world changers here. So
Wow.
we're
One-
glad to
one
be here
person at
with
a
you
time.
today
Praise God.
on the Peel with the boys. We got some exciting stuff that's
Yes,
happened lately.
yes. Yeah, we had our live last week,
Yes.
which was so much fun. It was a grand old time.
That's right.
I didn't enjoy myself. No, I loved it.
No, it was a great experience. We're currently recording this the day after that live stream, so
Yeah.
there's still
Tons
confetti,
of confetti everywhere.
everywhere. It's a mess.
It's also freezing right now.
I'm so cold.
Dude, so we have a space heater up in my attic, which is kind of like trying to just heat the outside world. And because that's where our Peel Studios headquarters official is
The attic.
incorporated in
Yes.
an attic.
and it's currently 36 degrees outside, and it's not
Oh.
much. We're not doing much better.
I would venture to say that it's probably 37 degrees in here.
Probably.
What makes you say that?
Well, it was 36 and we turned on a heater.
The icicles forming around my toenails,
Oh.
perhaps.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I record up here every week, and 3 weeks ago when me and Peter did an episode,
Oh.
I was wearing flip-flops because I just put them on to come up here, not realizing how cold it was. And by the end of it, like, we ended the episode, and we usually like talk a little bit after. And I was like, dude, I gotta go. Like, I can't feel my toes or anything or my fingers. I was like,
That's so bad.
I gotta leave.
But
I
this
can't
is.
feel my toes right now.
I can't either.
But that's how committed we are to changing
Yes,
lives.
to changing lives and just shooting the breeze. So that way, you don't have to.
Think about how much time we're saving people now
Dude,
that they
this
don't
is-
have to shoot the breeze themselves.
The statistic came out that 83% of all time spent is spent talking. And now, no, that's not real. I just
I was
made
like,
that
when
up.
did that statistic
Talking
come out?
about,
Right
bro.
now.
And now, think about you have 83% more time to do whatever you want
Come on.
quietly.
Or
Isn't that
loud.
great? Or loud, whatever you want to do. But you don't have to talk to people anymore. You're welcome. Introverts, we see you.
Here we go.
This is the podcast for introverts.
We're just rebranding constantly lately.
Every episode.
Yes.
I love it.
So, yeah, the live stream was a good time. Thank you for listening, everybody.
Yes, we gave away an exclusive mug
It's true. It's true.
to the one and only Zach Green. We hope you're enjoying
Zach.
that
I'm
mug.
sure he's not the only, but he's definitely it was definitely that one. Yeah. I hope you're enjoying it. Hope your coffee tastes a little bit more like bananas.
If you want to get your hand on a mug, then we're gonna
Yeah.
put some out soon.
Yeah,
maybe.
that's a real question we need to bring up. Would people buy merch? I mean, I personally bought merch.
That's true.
I bought you merch.
We were wearing it last night.
It's true. Chevrolet, would you wanted to buy merch?
Yeah, I did at one point, and then there were logistics that we were talking about, and then I realized, like, oh, logistically, I financially am unable to support myself in this endeavor.
Yeah. No, we're going to be working on that. So we had some issues with we were going to get some merch off the ground and then had some issues. And then you also Chevrolet wanted to be our first official customer, but it was a little too much. So we're shopping around trying to get some merch.
Don't call me poor. Just logistically, I wasn't able
You're
to
logistically
challenged.
unrich. Logistically challenged.
So maybe some mugs, maybe some long tees.
Yeah, maybe some long tees, maybe some
Short tees.
pot holders,
Sleeveless
short
tees.
Pot holders, I like that.
Extra long tees.
no show socks.
Ooh, it's not great brand. I mean, you won't be able to see them, but
No,
Yeah,
that's
but
good brand.
you'll know.
People will know.
Spicy red hot.
You'll
Oh,
know.
I'm getting a phone call.
That's very
and
exciting.
I'm sure that just popped up because it is connected.
Well, today, of all days, we are bringing back a segment from the very first episode, the lost pilot of the Peel, where we talk about movies and TV shows that
Sorry, you lost
we have
me for
not
a
seen before.
second.
I was like, John just shut down.
I'm gone. I gotta go, guys.
But we're
It's been an emergency.
I'm called.
No.
we talk about movies and TV shows that we haven't seen before
Yes,
and
yes.
explain them for you on the Peel.
Yes.
Live.
So we have each picked. A movie. Like me and Chevrolet picked one for Peter. Peter and Chevrolet picked one for me. Peter. Wait.
It's too many
Wait.
names.
Me and
Peter and
Peter
you.
picked one for Chevrolet. Did I say that? I
I
don't
mean,
know.
you
We
did
all-
now.
Okay.
There we
You
go.
struggled the first time.
Chevrolet, why don't you fact check that?
Oh, yeah, give me one
Play
second.
back, play back.
Wait, you know what? We haven't had Chevrolet fact check anything for us.
That's true.
Chevrolet, can you fact check
Yeah.
right now? Pull up the internet,
Uh-huh.
the interwebs,
Yep.
and fact check how much time people spend talking.
Yeah, pull up the
Yep.
internet, John.
Yep, give me 1 second.
You're just
He's
doing
clearly
nothing.
working hard over there right now.
What are we paying you for?
You're paying me?
Oh no.
Well,
now we have to.
Well, I'm willing to go first.
Okay, well you
you
go
want to.
first. All right, so we'll give you yours.
Yes.
Okay, so me and Chevrolet spent a very long time. How long do you think we spent?
Too long, dude.
We spent like I would say upwards of 15 minutes
At
in
least.
total from when we hatched this idea to right now. And right before we clicked this episode or started this episode, clicked it. Right before we started this episode, because we just we've all seen movies together, and then the TV shows that Chevrolet has seen, I haven't seen either. We wanted to be on the same page. So the one movie that Chevrolet and I have in common, and I would venture to say this is one movie, like maybe two, but like
I can't
this
think
is,
of the
yeah.
other one, though.
I mean. Yeah, but so one movie that me and Chevrolet have both seen that Peter has not, and that is the new Disney movie Encanto. What is wrong with us? Yes. So, Encanto, Peter, you haven't seen it.
I have not.
We did show you a couple clips today unintentionally.
That's right. Just the musical numbers.
Just
you know.
some music, which I'm sure you've seen. So, why don't you tell us about it?
What would you like to know?
So, I mean, I
there's
guess the
much to
first
talk
one,
about.
the first one to think of is just who's the main character?
Her name, I don't want to. Everybody knows, so I won't go into that.
No. You should.
I just forgot.
I believe her name is Jacqueline, and she lives in a magical house.
Yes. Jacqueline
with
lives in a magical
all of
house.
her brothers and sisters and madres and padres.
Wait,
and
could you remind me real quick how many brothers and sisters she has?
7.
7? Okay.
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're asking me. I mean,
Okay.
we all know this.
Because you've
so,
obviously seen the movie.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So
Okay.
that they all have powers. All these brothers and sisters, family members.
Yes.
It's all a magical house.
What kind of powers we talking about?
Super strength,
Okay. Oh.
shape shifting.
Mhm,
Shape.
mhm.
Oh,
Uh,
he's on track.
I've seen
Is
the
he?
trailer, baby.
Oh!
Too much. He's cheating.
So one can heal. One is like just a flawless human,
Okay.
and
So it's Chevrolet.
Chevrolet, yeah, basically the female version of Chevrolet, right?
Female.
What is that? Okay.
Because the male version is just you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Got it.
he thought he was calling you female. No. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, they all live in this magic house and go on adventures together. And
Nice.
the end. as they say.
The end?
Oh,
So-
no. I just.
So there was one clip that, I got to give you credit for
Yeah.
watching and that you're aware of. There's
my
this
homework.
guy named Bruno. It's a very
Bruno.
popular song that goes along
Not
with
Mars.
it.
Not Mars.
Not Mars.
Not Mars.
Yes.
Maybe Venus, but not Mars.
That was,
Venus.
that was good.
But Bruno, the family doesn't talk about Bruno. Could you extrapolate
Why? We need to know
Yes.
why.
So, in terms of the Bruno,
The Bruno.
have you seen that despicable meme where he's like, in terms of
Oh yeah.
money,
yeah.
we have no money. So, in terms of Bruno,
We have.
we have no Bruno. No, but I just don't talk about Bruno. So that's kind of
Is it a tough subject for you?
no.
You know
so
what? I know what he's trying to get away with like.
Not answering
Oh, I
anything?
actually can't. I'm not allowed to say that. I get-
it's copyright, so we have to move on. But no,
Mom
So-
said we couldn't.
Bruno is kind of he's that I think he's a cousin of the family that was a little ostracized,
Yeah,
Hmm.
okay.
and he fell into a well.
Where was the well?
It was in the backyard.
Duh.
How long ago?
5 years.
Dude, Shepard, you look so defeated. Just
He wants me to
Bro.
say something really stupid.
You had the audacity to look me in the face and say, "Oh yeah, he was in a well for 5 years."
No,
You had the audacity
dude,
to say that.
imagine
Let me-
being in a well for 5 years.
Couldn't be me, dude.
I'd die.
I'm gonna break this down for you guys. So
Okay.
5 years ago,
Uh-huh.
Bruno fell into this magic well, but it wasn't.
Magic well.
But it was bad magic, like dark magic.
Well,
Mm.
And then he became this like ugly version of himself because of the dark magic. This is what it does to you.
wow.
Mhm.
And now he's the one pulling the strings, and he's making all the good magic bad magic.
Dude, honestly, that might be a better plot than the real plot.
Come on, baby.
Bro.
I
So
apologize.
you're telling me that's
Dude.
not what happens?
No.
Because
Well,
we must have watched a different movie.
oh yeah. Well, okay. Well, what about the grandma? You want to tell us about her, about the Abuelita Alma?
Oh, you're talking about I thought her name was Coco.
Dude, wrong movie.
Have you seen though? There's I guess it's not. I call everything I see online a meme, but
I was reading
It was
this.
just-
I was reading this meme from Washington Post.
Yeah. So it compared like whatever they are in Encanto, like Colombian. or
Colombian.
something. They compared like Colombians in Pixar to Mexicans in Pixar, and so they're like from Encanto versus from Coco, and like all the Mexicans in Coco are like just all like wrinkly and like just
Oh
the
my
animation in
gosh.
Encanto is a lot more appealing.
Oh
So it
gosh.
just looked funny. So,
That's a good meme.
but no,
In
I know
Washington
some
Post.
very attractive Mexicans. So don't don't take this the wrong way.
Bro. What about Colombia? So we're not getting into this. I know an Ecuadorian man. His name's Josh Smith.
Yeah, there we go.
He
We
was
all
born in
know what he
Ecuador.
looks
Yeah,
like.
Very handsome.
Very handsome.
This is getting weird.
What was I asked?
All right, so about the grandma. What's her role?
Oh, what's her role?
Abuelita Alma.
She is like, you know how in Harry Potter, how they have like the headmaster.
Oh, it's abuela. I don't know why I said abuelita.
I'm
so sorry.
The
My
abuela is
apologies.
is
I read it
basically
wrong.
like the headmaster of the house, and she's the first one that Bruno goes after with the dark magic.
Nice.
Magic.
How do they get their magical powers?
The house.
Okay. Okay.
That's the
yeah.
only thing that you said that was wrong.
Everything else is 100% accurate.
I knew it.
They get it from the house next door. No. Okay. Well, how does Bruno fit in? Oh, you already did that. So that was a
Yep.
question I was thinking before. So
Been there, done that.
what happens is like at the end?
At the end, Bruno is destroyed,
Decimated,
dissolved.
gone forever.
Yes,
Mm.
Wow.
and the magic explodes over the whole earth.
Wow.
Have you seen Wonder Woman 84?
Sadly, yes. I wanted to
No.
call
Yeah.
my eyes out.
So
So
I thought you were
don't
gonna
watch
say The
it.
Land Before Time.
I haven't seen it.
Just went over all the earth.
I haven't seen it either, but I know that this happens like at
It's
the end.
so
like,
bad.
everybody has like superpowers or like can have whatever they want like in life. Like it's like everybody has the Infinity Gauntlet basically.
Yes.
Anybody gets what they want. So that's what happens in Encanto. Like everybody gets magic.
And if everyone's magical, no one's magical.
Exactly.
If everyone's super, then no one's super. Syndrome. Incredibles.
2008.
6.
Fact check that. Fact check
that.
Yeah, you're good.
Come on, baby. You
So-
didn't clarify which one.
Should we explain the actual plot?
No,
I don't have no further questions.
Nope.
No, I think we should.
I think it's
No
better if he
spoilers.
just watched it himself.
You don't want to know?
No.
Okay.
Before, if I didn't like something an idea that John had, it was just me,
Yeah.
but now I have Chevrolet,
It's true.
and we can.
And we
You guys-
usually veto you, dude.
Yeah, it's true. I'm losing my power
shut 'em
over
down,
here.
shut
You
'em
have
down.
no
There's
power.
a very real power
We're-
struggle in the peel. We're having internal wars.
We're taking away your peels one at a time. The peels of power.
You know those strands, like after you peel it, you have those strands. Like we're totally
Yes.
taking those away from you.
Man,
Guys, this imagery is very amazing.
we haven't really gotten into it yet on the peel, surprisingly, but
The imagery of the bananas?
yes.
Yeah, there's a very deep meaning.
And
No,
the
there's not.
strands, the brown parts, banana bread.
Bananas.
Dude, we're getting into some weird territory right now.
All right,
I didn't expect this episode to be so weird.
we're moving on.
Also, wait, just one more question. What is the IMDb score of Encanto?
8.4.
7.3.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this 7.3?
It is.
I thought it'd be higher.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a good score. That's like a slightly above average score.
That's
Like,
a good score.
That's something I'm
Yeah.
supposed to know had I seen the movie.
I get,
Oh, you've seen this movie? What's the exact IMDb score?
Go ahead, ask me.
What is it?
I just told you. No, I mean like about another.
See, he
Like
doesn't
ask
know.
me a movie. 7.3. Ask me a movie. I bet you. I know.
The Dark Knight Rises.
9.1.
What?
Let me see if I'm right.
Wow.
Wait, fact check me,
He seemed so confident of that.
dude.
That's because he's lying. to
Oh,
you.
it's 9.0. Sorry,
See?
they jumped down.
That
Peter,
was
look
so
at me.
close.
lying. He's a liar.
Guys, I
I
spent
think-
way too much time on IMDb.
Mazia just said fact check me and then immediately went to fact check himself.
Well, because Jamie back there isn't doing his job.
Who the
I'm
heck is
working.
Jamie.
Jamie, he's Joe Rogan's.
Joe
like,
Rogan's guy.
Oh,
guy.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fact checking right now.
He has all the knowledge in his head.
I knew it.
It's like Jimmy Neutron episode. My brain's just huge.
I have all the faith in the world.
All right, should we do Chevrets?
I'm ready.
All right, Chevret, we want you to explain the plot of Inception.
Dun, dun, dun. That's not the theme song. I don't know what it is.
So is there something
I
specific
don't know.
that you want to know?
Tell me the plot, and then we'll ask questions along the way.
So let me just start
Okay.
you off. Okay, so like finish the sentence and then just keep rolling with it. So Inception is about a man who had a dream.
So this guy, his name's Phil.
Phil.
He had this
okay.
dream one night.
Leonardo DiCaprio, right? You know.
Is that who Phil is?
No, it's not Leonardo DiCaprio.
Is it
Okay.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
No,
Is it Ken Wannabe?
no, it's Jack Black.
Oh.
Jack Black.
Oh, how could we forget Jack Black's in Inception?
Jack Black's is in Inception. He's playing the role of Phil, who is in a dream. His entire life has been pretty boring, day to day, every single thing, 9 to 5. Nothing much happens. He doesn't see much purpose or meaning in his life, and
Poor
the only
guy.
time that he does is, when he's in those dreams. And so when he's in those dreams, he has the wildest experiences possible.
Like what?
let's
You
dive
set
in.
yourself up there.
So to explain how extreme and how vivid and strong those dreams are, like think of Mission Impossible, Tom
Okay.
Cruise.
Okay.
It's the part where he's hanging from like the airplane.
Yes.
Like
yes.
like
yes,
dreams
yes.
like that. Like
Okay.
that's how big they are. You
Okay.
know?
Awesome.
And that's him. Jack Black
Okay.
is Phil in the dream.
Just picturing Jack Black just hanging from a building.
So I mean so it's different things like that happen in his dream, and he's just saving
Okay.
lives.
Love
Wow.
it.
Okay.
Saving lives.
Yeah. What So he's just the whole thing is just he's just dreaming.
Well, I mean, part of it.
What's like the what's the problem? There's always a problem in a movie,
a problem?
Yeah, what's going on?
So it's very similar to The Matrix.
Okay.
It's not the actual reality. So his 9 to 5 is not actually that's not actually his life. That's actually just another reality on top of that.
Yeah.
And he's in this, I don't know, this third reality doing all those things. But in
Okay.
his first reality, he is fighting against.
What do you mean by first and third reality?
What? Did you not understand what I said?
Just explain. Yeah, explain it a little bit more.
So the second reality is the 9 to 5, and his third reality, in the sense, is like getting like smaller and more, like just like keeps on.
like different part of his days.
No.
That's what I call when I take my lunch break. This is my lunch reality.
no, but
No.
But like
So
what does
his
that
9 to
mean?
5 is his first reality when you start out in the
I'm
movie.
trying to get him to use a phrase. So like, what is this? Like, how does he enter these realities?
Dude, we haven't even gotten to that part of the movie.
See, that's what I'm trying to figure. All right, keep going.
He really knows nothing about this movie.
No, he does
Like,
not. I thought he would know something.
There's some pretty
No, this is pretty close.
This is
I'm
so.
fact checking it right now.
You're reading the plot right now.
I'm the one that has 2 computers, man. But yeah, no, he's in that reality, and then the second reality is where he's doing the whole Tom Cruise thing. But then he realizes that the second reality is not the second reality; it's the third reality, and his first reality is not really the first one; it's the second one.
Whoa!
And the first one is
Dude,
actually
good.
out
Dude, I'd watch this movie.
behind.
I did watch this movie. Apparently.
Yeah, it's actually out behind that reality of the 9 to 5. And so
Okay.
that's the true reality.
Wow.
Wow.
So what?
Dude.
You know.
Okay, so this. Okay, so this is a Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah.
So who does Michael Caine play?
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine's not in it.
Michael Caine's not in a Christopher Nolan movie?
Nope.
Do you even know who Michael Caine is?
Of course.
You don't.
Of course I do.
Bro, have you seen The Dark Knight?
Yes.
Alfred.
Alfred?
Yes.
Have you seen The Prestige?
No.
That's a lie. You were in the same room with me when I watched it.
I did not watch that movie.
Yeah, you did.
I do not remember anything
Oh.
about that movie.
Huh. Okay, well, just know Michael Caine, apparently not Inception, but he's always in a Christopher Nolan movie.
It's true.
Mm.
So you're right on track, my brother.
Thank you.
So it's right towards the end of the movie, we are left with a sort of a cliffhanger.
Yes.
So
what is? Oh,
Mhm.
sorry.
The audience is left wondering, is he still in the second reality, or is he in the top level first reality?
Based on
like you said?
your explanation.
Yes. So we don't know at the end of the movie. So I want to hear your breakdown. What do you think is the case?
So I'm just sitting here in the chair and I'm
Yeah.
processing what you're saying.
I see you.
And thanks. And I look back and I'm reminiscing. There is no cliffhanger for that movie. It's very definitive. At the end, he dies.
Wow.
So
So
I'm
the
not
end of
too
Inception, he's dead.
Yeah, so I'm just confused. Like, we're having a misunderstanding of like what movie we're really
What
talking
about-
about.
what
This
about
whole
the-
time you guys have been telling me that I don't know this movie.
But what about the top?
The top?
Yeah.
You want to digress into that a little bit more
Yeah.
instead of using
Yeah.
one word?
Yeah.
The top?
The top reality.
Oh, the top. He's dead. Don't you get what I just said? He's dead.
Like a
Top
spin-
reality dead.
What about
Bottom
the
reality
spinning
dead.
top?
Middle reality
What about the
dead.
spinning top?
A
Like you know, like
dreidel?
the
Are we
like
talking
the,
about dreidels now?
like the toy. You know what I'm
There's
talking
a-
about?
Beyblades.
at the end of the movie, it's
You
basically
don't know what top is?
It's a spinning top. Like you spin it and it just goes.
You've
and
never
goes.
played with a top?
I have.
Yeah, like it's essentially a dreidel, but it's just not for Judaism. it's
I only used dreidels when I was younger, actually.
Oh, did you? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about it. What's the significance?
The significance?
Yeah.
At the very end, you have an imagery, and it just shows on each side of them, it has a different different image. And on the image that it landed on when the dreidel finished like going, it landed and it just had like crossbones and it just showed death. And that's why the character died at the end.
Everybody. Wow. What did you think of in the post credits when Christopher Nolan came out and made all those crazy comments?
That didn't happen.
It didn't. I just wanted to see.
Oh, this guy knows his stuff.
Wow.
Thank you.
Dude, that was I would what's the IMDb score?
It's so simple, dude. That is
So
I hope it's accurate.
That's a 9.4.
It's an 8.8.
Oh.
Really? I would have expected higher, honestly.
What's a 10 there?
It's not a
I
perfect
gave it a
movie.
10.
It's iconic, but it's definitely has some flaws.
I gave it a 10.
It's pretty high
It's
up
so
there.
good.
I think it deserves more than an 8.8.
What's a 10 though?
Like, what do you mean? Like, nothing's a 10. The highest ranked movie on
I give it a 10.
No. Like I get what he's saying. Like, what movie is averaged out?
What's
at
a
9.9
9.9 then?
Right.
Nothing. The highest movie on IMDb is
Wizard of
Shawshank
Oz?
Redemption at 9.4.
Oh wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I do like Shawshank Redemption.
I've never seen it.
That's kind of weird that like no movie is a 10.
No, but you know what? When we make the
'Cause there's
weekly
nothing
peel the
perfect.
movie, we're gonna make sure it gets to 10.
That's right.
That's our goal in life.
Wow.
That's why we're doing this.
Yeah, Peter's got a few movies in him.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh,
we
I
have a
do.
deal with Peter that he has to make us movies because we went and picked up his wedding suit in the middle of the night.
I'm legally bound.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
They did it for the groom.
For the groom.
I was gonna say, the lowest movie on IMDb, I think it's like 2.3. No, it's Kirk Cameron Saves Christmas.
Yeah, that was pretty wonderful when I found that out.
Yeah, it's so good.
The headline that I saw was, "Congratulations, Kirk Cameron. You not only saved Christmas, but made the worst movie in cinematic history."
I love it. Oh man. Okay.
So moving on, we're gonna have Maziot explain the movie Gladiator.
Okay. I would very much like to have you guys tell me how I'm wrong.
I would also like for us to tell him how he's wrong.
I too would like to explain how we were wrong.
Okay.
All right. So in the movie Gladiator, it is
Yes.
it is about it's set in the time of the Romans.
Yes.
Correct, Chev?
Correct.
And so our main character is a leader
Okay.
of the Romans, and you know there's military involved there. And he goes on this journey. I'm probably giving away too much. But
Okay.
he goes on this very transformative journey. It's kind of like
I like you explaining it to me. This
yeah, I
is
know.
nice.
I'm really just going into it, aren't I? But yeah. So who our main character is? His name is Maximus.
I was gonna actually say his name is Maximus. I was about to
Yes.
make a joke, but I guess
I
I was
bet
right.
You were. I bet you were.
Oh no, I'm serious. I was gonna say Maximus and thing, and you guys were gonna laugh because that wasn't his name. Because it's like a very like common like when you think of like Roman.
Very
Yeah,
common.
it's just like Maximus. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So
So
just
far, I'm
tell
100%
us-
accurate.
Tell us a little bit about the transformative journey that he goes on and
All right.
the ups and downs.
So here's Maximus. He is a strong leader,
Mhm.
but he is a
What
flawed
type of leader?
strong leader of Roman
Checkmate.
centurions.
Okay.
Okay, and he is going on this journey because he's flawed and he's broken.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
he knows the system that he works for is flawed and broken.
Okay.
So I do remember you guys did tell me one scene, and I think you sent it to me. So I have seen one scene
Oh.
from this movie. It was the last time. It was the movies that made us cry. So I know one thing about this movie.
That it made
But
Chev
he
Ray
goes
cry.
on this. He goes on this journey because he understands that the system is flawed and that in fact he thinks he's working for this system and he's living his best life, but he realizes that he's a slave to this system.
It's actually the tagline of the movie is Gladiator. You can't trust the system.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Look it up. He just fact checked it for us.
I
Thank
think
you.
they quoted that one SpongeBob episode. It's where he was gnawing at the feet of big business.
Dude, the amount of SpongeBob quotes I feel like to just float around in your head.
Rent free.
It's so good. So anyway, so he realizes this, that everything that he's worked for means nothing, that empires rise and fall, and that he's nothing but just this thing to be used by the Roman government, the Roman emperor, the Roman empire, if you will. And and so
Wow.
he decides that he's going to lead a revolution against the Roman Empire.
Mm-hmm.
That's powerful.
But he has to really break out of because he feels like he's free, but he's really confined by his, there's people over him that are not going to let this happen. And he does this in the inner workings of the Roman Empire. He tries to get out, and he tries to bring people with him, and he tries to start a revolution. And by the end of it, there's a lot of just violence and death and sadness.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, they just ask him. They're like, all right, which one of you is Maximus? And all of his men, he stands forward. He goes, I'm Maximus. And then the next guy, he stands forward. He says, I'm Maximus.
How many people do this?
300. It's a reference to another movie.
This is Spartacus.
Hey.
Well,
this
they
is
reference
Maximus.
Spartacus. They reference
And so-
300.
True.
So there's 300 of these men, and they go, I am Maximus.
We.
And eventually, we are Venom. We are Maximus.
Wow.
And
Profound.
they go, and they're like, hey, Joaquin Phoenix, let's fight. And they do, and they win. And then Maximus,
Against one guy,
of course,
barely winning, right?
Dude,
It's like
literally
5 seconds long.
300
battle.
men against one guy. Of course it's going to be a tough battle. So they kill him. And that's when Joaquin Phoenix becomes the Joker. And that's when the Roman
Wow.
Empire falls.
2,000 years later.
Yes.
That's powerful.
See, I said it so accurately. You guys are so stunned.
I am stunned. For one.
I too am stunned.
Oh my gosh. Any further questions?
I have a few things.
Okay.
I'd just like you to finish a few of these quotes.
Yeah, sure thing.
That I have
This is
written out here. So
easy.
This is Gracchus talking.
Of course. Gracchus, my favorite character.
And he says, the beating heart of Rome is not the marble of the Senate, it's the sand of the Colosseum. He'll bring them death, and they...
We'll bring them liberty.
Wow. That's
Profound.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
Okay.
I have just one more for you.
Okay.
Which is the capstone quote of this movie. My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Felix legions, and loyal servant to the true emperor Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered wife, father to a
This was a good quote, and you ruined it.
Yeah, dude.
Father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.
You killed my father, prepare to die.
That's it.
Yep, there we go.
Sir is not pleased.
I'm so displeased in you.
Do you know how it ends? For real?
No, but it ain't that.
That was the end of the quote. There's nothing after that.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I think we should make a commitment right here and now to watch these movies before the next episode, so that way we can know what we missed.
that's right.
I did not commit to this.
I'm saying we do it right now. We make a pact,
I don't want it.
A blood pact.
a blood pact.
Do we just do a normal one if we do?
So you wanted to hear what actually
Yes,
happens. In the
what
movie.
actually happened in Gladiator?
So he starts out as the like it said in that quote. He's
General.
like the commander of the entire Roman army.
Okay.
And he's loyal to the emperor, and then the emperor.
Dies.
Well, he tells the general Maximus that I'm gonna make you the next emperor because my son is like a piece of crap, and he is. And so his
Word for word.
his son finds out,
Okay.
and so he kills his dad and takes his throne,
Obviously.
and he banishes Maximus to become a
Slave.
I was right about the slave thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then his family gets murdered
Yeah.
Mm.
by the emperor.
Yep.
And then on top of that, he is then sent to become a gladiator, and he just has to fight a bunch of fights.
Yeah.
And rising through the ranks as a gladiator.
Until he comes to the point where the emperor just thinks he's dead, like the son emperor, and he finally works his way up, and he wears a mask this whole time, and he's won like the final
Is it
fight.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good. And then the gross new emperor comes up, and he's like, hey, he's like, Gladiator, tell us who you are. Like take your mask off. And the gladiator just like turns and like walks away from him, and he's like, don't you turn your back on me. He's like, get back here. And so
Chills.
he takes off his mask and turns around, and that's when he goes into that like probably one of the most
Dang.
epic quotes and
It is
like
epic.
moments I've seen in a movie.
That's
Where he just like
amazing.
he gives the emperor like crap to his face, and then because the crowd is so he would put him to death right there. I'm getting way too into this. Sorry.
I'm fine.
You
I,
put
this
him-
is- you've got me all of my attention.
Yeah. So the emperor would put him to death right there, and he's about to. He like brings the soldiers to come around them. He's like, I'm gonna kill this guy once and for all. And then the crowd in the Colosseum is like, starts like booing the emperor or whatever, and like
You can't do anything without the people's support.
exactly. So like the people like
The uprise.
end up like saving his life, and then
That's
then
crazy.
in the end he kills that emperor, and actually they both die, and he goes to be with his
Dang.
his,
Yeah.
his
But
murdered
before,
family.
so he kills the emperor. Yeah, there's a little more.
yeah.
He kills the emperor. He becomes the emperor.
Oh really?
He does. He has one last order. I think he frees.
It's like make it take it, like in
Yeah,
basketball.
exactly.
You kill the
Remember
emperor,
this.
you become the emperor.
He frees all the soldiers that were under his command because they jailed all of them. And then he did a few more things that I feel like he
I thought he died right there on the Colosseum.
did. So he gave out that
A lot of
order
death
and
in
then
this
just
movie.
and
fell
then
and
just
died.
falls down and dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a amazing movie.
Wow. It,
Yeah.
it sounds like it's just everybody dies.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
It's like Inception.
At the end, there's just no more characters.
Yeah, I would say that the
Just
ending
like-
of this movie is a little bit more accurate, like to what you were describing. Like,
Well,
just
yeah.
that-
I mean, they're made by
Yeah.
the same person.
And then
true.
Maximus spins the top, and it says death, so he dies.
At the end of every movie.
Spins the dreidel. Oh, I love
Oh
it.
man, do you guys? Either of you want to know about your movies?
No.
I want to know a little bit about like I just
Okay.
want to know who Bruno is. And
Okay,
that's it.
Bruno is like
Uncle.
he's an uncle,
Oh,
and
I said cousin.
yeah,
I was
and he
close.
like has visions and stuff. So like he like can kind of like predict the future, and they think that he like they don't like his prediction sometimes. They think he's like negative. So then like he sees one vision that like basically just like drives him to like leave, and he just like
Okay.
it, like it's like a mixture of like scared, kind of like whatever he saw wasn't good, so he just dipped
Mhm.
town.
And because
Yeah.
in his head, like any single time he says
It's gonna
a
happen.
vision, it happens.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So he's like, if I don't say it, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's not a bad guy.
He's the worst guy.
Yeah, I would say that it goes like
He's
like
misunderstood.
Hitler, Bruno. No, I'm just kidding. No,
Wow.
no,
Wow.
no, no. No, no, he's not too bad. He's misunderstood. I would say that. So, you don't want to know anything?
No.
Okay. Are you gonna watch Inception?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's so good.
It's 12 years old now.
That's okay.
Inception. So
Better late than never.
I'm glad you're finally getting around to it.
And it's
Slow and steady wins the race.
the reality
true.
thing was close, but it's dreams.
Yeah.
Like they're different like layers of a dream. That's not a spoiler.
Dream,
just
dream,
said it.
dream within
He looks so defeated. Wow.
dream within a dream, baby.
I'm angry.
He's like, now I can't watch the movie. I heard a
That
spoiler.
gives away too much.
You know what's funny is like, this movie's 12
Well-
years old. You don't want to know like anything about the plot. And then we're talking about Spider-Man. We're like, oh, we won't say anything. You're like, no, I know what happened. It came out like 2 months ago.
I don't
True.
care.
Well, we didn't tell you what happens to Jack Black in Inception yet, so you're still good.
Oh, dude, you'll never see it coming.
I'm going to take my earbuds out if you continue.
It's actually
He's
a
not-
prequel
he's not
to
in
Nacho Libre.
Oh, he heard that. I know. I could see he heard that before he took his headphones out. And also, we're 5 feet away from you.
I just wanted to let everyone know I muted Maziot.
Oh
He
my
muted
god.
me.
Too much power.
Too much power.
Uh,
All right, is it time to say thank you?
I think we're ready to say thank you. I would like to thank John's attic for being below freezing still.
Wow, powerful.
I want to thank Jack Black for creating probably one of the best movies in the past 12 years.
I would like to thank Michael Caine for always being there, except for Inception.
I would like to thank Bruno because even though he fell down a well, he got back up.
I, too, want to thank Bruno
Wow.
for being probably the greatest uncle that anyone's ever had.
I would like to thank the Emperor for being the unsung hero in Gladiator, from what I understand.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. And I would like to thank all of our peelers. Yeah. We'll see you next week.
Oh.